Ladies and gentlemen, today a review of Nobody 2, starring Bob Odenkirk. Here's the synopsis from the internet. Workaholic assassin Hutch Mansell takes his family on a much-needed vacation to the small tourist town of Plummerville. However, he soon finds himself in the crosshairs of a corrupt theme park operator, a shady sheriff, and a bloodthirsty crime boss. I really enjoyed Nobody, the original one here. It did come out during the pandemic. It was definitely a hit during that time, which I give you isn't exactly a huge feat. But it did really well, and it prompted the studio to make this sequel. I think this sequel was really fun. It brought together a lot of the same zany characters. The action was done really well here. I have to say some of the action in this movie definitely topped the first movie for sure. Obviously, they definitely had a bigger budget here. Bob Odenkirk, it definitely worked out and made sure his physicality really did fit the style of this movie. I will also say during the production of the original movie, Bob Odenkirk had a heart attack. Seriously, we almost lost him. And even after that, you could tell that he really put the work in to bring the physicality into himself to pull off these action sequences, which I thought were honestly really well done and a little better than the first one, for sure. But I will say that some of the charm of the original one was a little bit lost here. The first one was really about you finding out who he was and that premise in his family life and then finding out about his past. And it was dark and gritty at the same time, and it really had this fun kinetic energy throughout. This one definitely has all that, but I feel that the story and plot is a little bit ham-fisted. Like the filmmakers here really wanted to throw the kitchen sink at you. So they placed this movie in the theme park and really brought in many antagonistic characters that all have their own specific storylines and through lines. And I think that's where my biggest criticisms really lie. The bad guys were kind of all over the place. The motivations of all the bad guys were simply just hard to grasp. The bad guy in the first one, very straightforward. Here, kind of all over the place. I think that left a lot of the movie a bit disjointed. But the setup here is great and fun. You really start to see the dynamic between him and his family and the way that his past and his skills kind of infiltrate his family life. And I could tell that's what the filmmakers really wanted to portray in this movie. And I think those parts actually do work really well. And I think that the actors that played all of his family members, he has a daughter and a son and a wife, I think they all did absolutely wonderful. Connie Nielsen, who plays his wife, I think she was actually done in this movie a lot better than in the last one. She had a lot more to do. Her interaction with Bob Odenkirk was palpable, and I think their chemistry worked a lot better here as well. Their relationship is really the heart of this movie, and I think what I really wanted was more of that instead of what we got. But I will say that the zaniness and the action really does pull you through, and the pacing really does help to kind of guide you through this movie that doesn't really have a good antagonistic plot to kind of stand on. But I think if you're looking for some fun and a good action movie that has some family elements, some zany elements as well here and there, I think that this movie definitely delivers on those fronts. I just think that the overall plot was a bit overstuffed, to be honest. What you're left with is a fun, action-packed family romp that definitely delivers on the premise of the original with more budget and definitely a more seasoned Bob Odenkirk. I give Nobody 2 a 6.75 out of 10. A really fun family R-rated action movie that delivers on the action, the absolute zaniness of the original, with Bob Odenkirk definitely being in top physical form, with over-the-top action sequences that definitely rival the last one, but with an overstuffed plot that I think could have used less bad guys. But overall, you're left with definitely a fun, enjoyable time if you're looking for some dumb action fun, for sure. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you've made it all the way to the end of the video, I truly appreciate you. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more of my reviews. Also, please comment. Let me know what you thought of this review. If you have any feedback for me, I truly appreciate it. Let me know if there's any movies like this that you'd like me to review as well. Thank you so much.